What up, Super Fun Force? It's Captain Gamesta, your host of NERF and Foam Blast on Wednesdays. Now today, I'm going to quickly go over one of the legendary historical foam blasters, and that is the Adventure Froce Spectrum. This is historic because it basically changed the world of foam blasting forever and gave us rise to a more powerful and more accurate form of foam blasting. And doesn't mean that, NERF is obsolete by any means, but just gives us a nice alternative and other options to enjoy this hobby and to have more loadouts. So that way you can have more, scenarios, play with more people, and just have more options for sure. All right, so really quick on the history of this. This is an Adventure Froce branded blaster, which means it's sold only at Walmart exclusively. However, Adventure Froce blasters are being produced by Dart Zone, X-Shot, and Buzzbee Toys. And in this case, you can tell this is Dart Zone because they kept the Z insignia there. They also put it here on the stock. In their newer line of blasters, they actually put like powered by DTZ or something. Dart or not DTZ, but it's like powered by Dart Zone. You can see on the newer blasters. But anyways, let's go over the quick review of this model. Whether you're looking to buy this for yourself or as a gift from someone, they're adult or like a kid, definitely recommend this for all ages. It's totally fine. Just always wear safety wear on the eyes with goggles, masks, and stuff like that. This is Adventure Froce, so it basically tops out at about 100 FPS. Regular NERF is at about 70. And then you step up from this, you get NERF Rival, which is the round circular foam balls. Those are about 120. And then if you step up from that, you get Dart Zone Pro, which is about 140. So I'd say with Rival and Dart Zone Pro, you're definitely looking at, more like teenagers and adults. But obviously NERF and Adventure Froce is, for the most part, suitable for all ages. All right, that being said, let's go over the quick overview of this blaster. This isn't everything you get. I apologize for that, but you guys will definitely get an idea of what it is to expect with this. I did buy this last year, and this is about a little over 2 years old because the first model came out in the first year it was released in a green, like a super bright green. That one sold out, and then the following year, last year, they released this red model, and I haven't checked lately, but this is probably the last one left in more dwindling, and it's becoming rarer. I'm not sure if they're going to update this and release a new color, or they're just going to keep releasing this one. Who knows? Either way, it's great to have because, again, it's historical, and this will never fail you. It'll always be awesome and a great standard for sure. Now, this is comparable to the NERF Stryfe, which is the all-around smaller, about this size, flywheel blaster from NERF. That means it's battery operated, and it has these motors in here that spin and fire the dart. You have a rev trigger here that you press to get the motors going, and then every time you want to fire a dart, you just have to press the trigger. It's not fully auto, which means if you hold the trigger down, nothing's going to happen. It's only going to fire once. Also, the fact that it's flywheel means there's nothing for you to cock back, right? No spring or anything like that. Cool. All right. So really quickly, this is what it comes with. It comes with this grip right here, and it comes with the stock. So the stock is nice. There's an XL6 right there. I like the details on it. Press this orange switch. Goes out about that far. I think about 1, 2, about 3 increments. Any more than this, it just obviously will pop out. And then the other thing is you can easily press this switch here, and then you can also just remove it if you want, like so. I like to keep this compact. I mean, it's a good size. As an adult who's about 6 feet tall, this is almost like a one-handed wieldable blaster, but you still can definitely put it up to you, get a little bit more range stability with that. And then lastly, it does have this grip here. There's 2 buttons here. This one you press, move it up, move it down. This one here, slide it off. Just remember that the way that it goes on is the button is to you. Now you can obviously put it on this way incorrectly, but it'll just like slide off, But anyways, this is nice. I prefer to have it, like just having this extra handle here is cool. It's a little wobbly, but not bad. I like it like this. It looks really cool, like having a secondary cannon thing and an under barrel holder. Also, if you'd like, sometimes I just use it like this. This is super comfy, and even just if you want to wield it one-handed, like so, then it lightens it up. And especially if you remove the stock. Now it's almost like a single-handed NERF Rebel blaster. So I like that already. It has some loadout capabilities there. Now, I also like the styling. I like the big muzzle brakes, and I like how this looks more, again, sci-fi, futuristic, not like a real firearm. I was a little bit worried about that with their Nemesis Pro and their Max Striker, and I think that's they shouldn't try to make anything look more realistic than that, they should definitely dial it back. And I'm glad their newer blasters look more science fiction and fantasy based for sure. And you can see the Adventure logo right there, Adventure Froce, bye-bye. And I'll show you guys how this works really quick. It's also on the back here, there's a jam window right here. You just slide this and then you can see inside the barrel. There's a dart in there, you can like take it out or something. Very rare to happen. I mean, it does happen with all blasters because it's more about the darts getting worn down and worn out. So try not to use anything too damaged. But if it's bent or it's damaged and it gets kind of stuck, you just quickly go like this and just get it out and, you know, throw away the dart. So it also comes with 2 magazines. I only have the NERF one here because my other ones are being used with my loadouts. It comes with like a regular full dart magazine like this, which means the darts are that long, right? But kind of where and then you basically have this switch here to, oh yeah, sorry, you gotta make sure the arrow's pointing in the way that the blaster goes. This is what releases the magazine release. And then if you have the adapter, there's one that's about, you know, a little bit like right here, and it has its own switch because you can put in the half-size magazines that shoot the darts that are about, you know, half the size like that, right? Versus the full lengths. So for this testing and review, I'm going to use the full lengths. I don't mind using full lengths for this since I play with, you know, mostly we just do Adventure Froce. So when all the Adventure Froce is mixed in, we're all using full length darts. Now, cool thing is, obviously, if you start playing with Adventure Froce, or excuse me, Dart Zone, and you only use, let's say, for the Max Striker, the Nemesis Pro, if you want to get more accurate and more range with the smaller half darts, then this can still be a great backup weapon, or you can still hang with the other guys, even with the new fully automatic, I believe with the Mark II. But yeah, so then again, you can start using half darts only if you want. Oh yeah, cool, there's a dart zone on the trigger. I forgot if I mentioned that already. It also almost looks like a smiley face, like heh heh. All right, so last thing I want to show are the batteries. It takes 6 batteries. I put 2 in already because if you don't see those there, you might think it's only 4. Also, the 2 batteries down there, they go in this way with the tip up, the positive right there with that little nodule. Only criticism for this is that that's a little bit hard to get to. You might be able to get to it with your fingers or your fingernails, but it might be uncomfortable. You know, don't hurt your finger. So if anything, you're gonna have to have a little bit of a flathead screwdriver or something to just pry it out. That's my only negative critique on this. But I understand why they did it because it keeps it compact, saves space. So I'm fine with that. You don't gotta change your batteries often, only once. It's not a big deal. Just deal with it. No worries. Again, it's just order to save size. I'm totally for it. Okay. So then 2 on top do the same thing. They go that way, positive end up. So, you know, it's always the negative is the flat end on the springs. And then we're going to get the other 2 in here. I generally recommend Eneloops. I haven't mentioned these before, but these are kind of like the standard for lithium rechargeables. Energize is fine too, but, you know, these ones are a lot easier to get. As you can hear, you can see the motors. You can even see them spinning. That is awesome, guys. Not many people have shown this, but look. If you look closely, you can see the motors spinning. Maybe you can't see it, but what's cool is if you have your blaster in your hand, you can definitely see it for sure. Okay, with that being said, I will just finish off this conclusion. I'm actually going to show you guys in my shorts how I'm going to fire it on my range. Excuse me, my range against the wall when I have my target. But again, 100% recommended because this is for all ages. Compact, easy to operate, very reliable. As you can see here, 6 AA batteries, very safe, sci-fi, futuristic looking. Does also come with a scope, before I forget to mention, that goes on this tack rail. Not compatible with NERF, but Adventure Froce, made by Dart Zone, mostly compatible. Other Adventure Froce blasters, like from X-Shot or Busby, probably not. But I don't have all of them, so I can't test. But some of the Busby blasters that I have from Adventure Froce do not work. So safe to say that probably only Adventure Froce Dart Zone accessories like this will attach. So you do get a scope that, just for aesthetic purposes, you know, it's not going to actually give you any increased optical distance. Just another plastic looking piece that looks cool. And then again, you get the double magazine, you get the adapter, you get the full length, you get a half length, and there you go. Just doesn't come with batteries. Definitely get this, especially if you're new and you only want maybe 1 or 2 blasters. Definitely get this. It can easily be a primary, and then down the line, if you want to collect more and start getting different loadouts, this could easily become like a secondary because of its size, but fits so many roles, guys, and again, super highly recommended. All right, don't forget, check out my shorts. I'm gonna do a quick blasting target range video with this on there as well. Let me know in the comments if you have this, what your loadout is like, and I'll show you guys my future loadout for sure. All right, thanks so much for liking and subscribing. More Nerf and Foam Blast in action every Wednesday, every week. And also don't forget to check out the other stuff I have. I have like a Beyblade and TCGs and other toys and collectibles. All right, don't forget, keep your faith, say a prayer, spread that love, be positive, be thankful. We coming back at you. Peace.